Hello everyone, this is Teacher Edith and I will be your guide for today's lesson. Today, we will be discussed about solving routine and non-routine problems involving experimental probability. Before we start, let us first define what is experimental probability. Experimental probability, it is a ratio between the numbers of times the event occurs and the total numbers of trials. It is determined by doing an experiment. This is the formula that we are going to use to get the experimental probability. Experimental probability is equal to number of times the event occurs over total numbers of trials. Okay, let us study and analyze the problem. Isha writes the letters of the word below in pieces of paper and then put them in a box. She then picks one letter at a time. What are the possible outcomes? Find the probability of drawing P, a vowel, and I or P. How are we going to solve the problem? To solve the problem, we will use the four-step plan. So these are the understand, plan, solve, and check back. Okay, let us solve the problem. First, we should understand the problem. We should know what is being asked. Ano nga ba ang tinatanong sa problem? Okay, ito ang number of possible outcomes of picking one letter at a time from the word Philippines. Another question is the probability of drawing P, and the next one is the probability of drawing a vowel, and lastly, the probability of drawing I or P. We should know also what are the given facts. Given the letters of the word Philippines to put in the box. The next step is we're going to make a plan. So what strategy can we use to solve the problem? So in this problem, we can do an experiment of drawing a letter from the box. The next is let us carry out the plan. Let's solve the problem. So for the first question, since that the word Philippines has 11 letters, then there is a total of 11 possible outcomes. So, our answer is 11 possible outcomes. And for our second questions, there are 3 favorable outcomes when drawing P. We have 3 letter P in the word Philippines. So, the formula in finding the probability of drawing P is P is equal to favorable outcomes over total possible outcomes. So the favorable outcomes is 3 and the total possible outcomes is 11. So therefore, the probability of drawing P is 3 over 11. For the third question, there are 4 favorable outcomes when drawing a vowel. We have 4 vowel in the word Philippines. We have I, and E. So this is our formula in finding the probability. P is equal to favorable outcomes over total possible outcomes. So our favorable outcomes is 4 and the total possible outcome is 11. Therefore, the probability in drawing a vowel is 4 over 11. And for our last question, this is our answer. There are 6 favorable outcomes when drawing I or P. In the word Philippines, so we have 3 I and 3 P. Then we will going to use this formula. P is equal to favorable outcomes over total possible outcomes. So the favorable outcomes is 6 and the total possible outcome is 11. Therefore, The probability of drawing I or P is 6 over 11. So we are done in solving the problem, and for the last step, we are going to check. So by conducting the experiment of drawing a letters from a box, we can actually check if our answers are correct. So let us have another example. Here is the problem. A bag contains 12 mangoes and 4 bananas. What is the probability of pulling the mangoes? Again, let us solve the problem step by step. Now, let us understand the problem. What is being asked in the problem? It is asking for the probability of pulling mangoes. What are the given facts? So, the given is there are 16 fruits in the bag. Next, we should plan on how are we going to solve the problem. So there are 16 fruits inside the bag. 12 are mangoes. Now we are ready to solve the problem. In solving this problem, we must use this formula. Probability is equal to number of time of event occurs over total number of trials. So our number of time the event occur is 12 and the total number of trials is 16. Therefore, the probability of pulling mangoes is 12 over 16. Then we will going to simplify or reduce our answer into lowest term. So since the 12 and 16 is divisible by 4, so we will going to divide it to the numerator and the denominator. So 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3 and 16 divided by 4 is equal to 4. So our final answer is the probability of pulling the mangoes is 3 over 4. So for our last step, we are going to check back. Since the bag contains 16 fruits and 12 are mangoes, the probability of pulling mangoes is 3 over 4. I hope you understand our lesson for today. Thank you for watching.